Now, yesterday was the busiest day in Kenyan politics. The president wanted to give the State of the Nation's address, but it's safe to say that it backfired.
William Samuel Ruto, tuambie ni nini ulikuwa na address hai? Ni nini umesema ya maana? Surely nini umesema ya maana?
Gachagua was out here telling him not to plan long term while he's just a one-term president.
Ile kazi tumekupatia umefanya. Unatuambia mambo ya 2060 ya nini?
Eshajumwa came out crying. Turns out she can cry.
Leo wewe ni rais. Mimi hata kazi ya kufegia katika serikali yako sina.
And Kalonzo Musyoka finally met Linda Mwananchi. He came out to defend himself against meeting William Ruto.
I told Kenyans, hizi ni stories za Jaba na Mogoka.
But also reminded Linda Mwananchi that he has given them a lot of foot soldiers. Now, you know that farm that is called Deralu, the farm that prints our money? William Ruto wants to buy it.
Cyprian Nyakundi has now dropped an article in which he accuses the president of using a proxy farm to acquire Delaru.
And finally, the former CS for Finance came out to say that Ruto is the worst of the worst. He wants to control everything.
The current president overruns all the institutions.
It's not news. We've always known that we have the worst of the worst. But God damn it, why does it have to be always us? If you love this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now let's get to the video.
3 hours ago, the president addressed the nation. Kama kawa, ignore everything that's happening kwa ground. Je, haelewi ni nini mnasema mkimaanisha sahi kusurvive imekuwa ngumu.
Let's start with the biggest story. President William Ruto finally delivered the State of the Nation address. Normally, this is one of the biggest political moments of the year. It is the day that the president tells Kenyans, here's where we are, here's where we're going, and here's why you should believe in the plan. But this time, something felt off.
In short, what has Ruto said? Summarize, because...
In fact, many people already made up their minds even before he spoke.
We, ati nasikia anataka kuaddress nation saa moja. Ebu abieni nani ligijia harakishe atuambie ni nini kabla tupangwe tena.
I spent some time looking through the social media, and honestly, the jokes started long before the speech.
Ati ameita State of the Nation address. Do you know what he's coming to do? Ati to launch Kenya Vision 2060.
What is going on with the president? He's reading and reading and upon reading and reading and reading, and we're not getting anything from what he's reading. And so the consensus is that we are going to be talking about other things. Peter, you'll be following so that if there is a cabinet reshuffle, we can be able to be told and we talk about it. Yeah.
So in other words, you are telling Peter that the president, when he says anything meaningful.
Now, whether those reactions are fair or unfair isn't the point. Here's what caught my attention.
Bangladesh has followed a similar remarkable...
So guys, nuna catch up na speech must go.
A growing number of Kenyans don't seem to wait for the president to speak anymore. They've already decided that they won't believe what he's saying.
Ungetweet your speech, heshima kidogo ilikuwa imebaki, ingekusustain.
Think about that.
Bwana zimeni hiyo microphone. I believe. So umetoka kwa in 6 months, in 1 year, umeanza kuamini.
For any leader, that is a very dangerous place to be, because leadership runs on one thing: trust. Once people stop believing in you, even your good ideas become very difficult to sell. And I think that is the biggest challenge that the president has right now.
Ruto, what shame do you have to stand and tell Kenyans about sovereign bonds? Mulimeza Eurobond kama capsules za flugon.
Then, before even the speech began, Rigathi Gachagua added another twist.
Ameita ma-TV saa moja.
He claimed that he already knew what the president wanted to say.
Amepanga wa Kenya the way he'll con them and deceive them.
According to him, Ruto was preparing to shift the country's attention towards a long-term national vision. Something like Vision 2060.
Do you know what he is coming to do? Ati to launch Kenya Vision 2060. This guy thinks Kenyans are fools.
Gachagua immediately mocked the idea. His argument was very simple. If Vision 2030 hasn't even been achieved, why are we focusing on 2060?
Ile 2030 aliua. Si ilikuwa 2030 ya Mwai Kibaki? Ameua hajaua. Sasa wewe umeua Vision 2030. Tonight you are calling Kenyans to deceive them that you are launching Vision 2060.
Now, here's an interesting part. President William Ruto actually never announced Vision 2060. He didn't. But if you listened carefully, the speech carried the same spirit. He spoke about the future, long-term development, thinking beyond today's politics.
Amekuja nation sijui kuaddress nations ndio. Do you know that he was talking about Vision 2060? Well, he's not mentioned it like that, I bet, because Gachagua alikuwa ashasema that anakuja kulaunch Vision 2060. But amesema that kuna some ambitions that have not been attained in Vision 2030. So on 12th of August, kutakuwa na a national discussion about the way the country is gonna move forward past 2030. He's not trying to say Vision 2030.
And almost immediately, another conversation started. People began asking,
Huyu Rigathi ni nani? Rigathi anakaa Messiah. Rigathi seems to be like a seer. You cannot tell me that whatever he talked during the day is what Mr. Kasongo has come to talk about this evening. Do you know what that means? President anatupatia second-hand information.
Naturally, out of curiosity, I'd ask who your intelligence intel comes from, but as a journalist, no, you don't mention your sources.
75% of the National Intelligence Service is with me. 90% of the National Police Service is with me. The entire civil service is with me. You know, because they are very unhappy. Let me tell you, they are very unhappy about the reading of the payslip. Let me tell you, the civil service, the private sector, all payslip holders are supporters of VG, because I am of the school of thought that the first thing we do on assuming office is to restore the dignity of the payslip.
Then came Aisha Juma. While the president was asking Kenyans to think about tomorrow, another story dragged everyone back to yesterday.
Wewe ni rais katika taifa hili ambaye nilikupenda nikakufanyia kampeni na nikakubeba peke yangu kabla wale wanaosema wanakushawishi wewe kunisaliti mimi.
Once again, she openly accused President William Ruto of betraying her.
Leo wewe ni rais. Mimi hata kazi ya kufegia katika serikali yako sina.
According to her, she was promised appointments, then she was removed. She was promised another one, then she was left waiting.
Mheshimiwa Rais alinioffer, akaniambia katika nikiwacha na nimsaidie achaguliwe tena kama rais, mimi atanipa cabinet slot.
Now she was asking a simple question. Why should she continue fighting for someone who can't honor promises that he already made?
Na leo Your Excellency unaniofa mimi baada ya kushinda tena a cabinet slot. Na leo kwani wewe ni nani? Wewe ni rais katika taifa hili ambaye nilikupenda nikakufanyia kampeni na nikakubeba peke yangu.
Here's what stood out for me. This is another voice from inside Kenya Kwanza expressing frustrations. And that is politically significant, because when criticism comes from the opposition, people expect it. But when disappointments come from inside your own camp, people pay attention. It creates a perception, fairly or unfairly, that all is not well. And in politics, perceptions can become reality real quick.
Your Excellency, our people want to see us together.
Then the cameras shifted, this time to the opposition. Rumors had been flying all day. People had claimed that Kalonzo Musyoka had actually gone to the State House.
Your Excellency, when we saw those video clips at you in the State House, we were very shocked.
If that were true, it would have created serious questions. So he addressed it directly.
Remember the story in the Bible of Lot's wife? Yeah? You look back, anybody looking back will be a betrayer of national consciousness. Thank you.
He denied it, standing beside Edwin Sifuna and other opposition leaders. What interested me was that image, the optics. The opposition wanted Kenyans to see unity, not division, and Sifuna added another layer.
The message we have carried from the ground in all these places that we have gone is that we must preach the unity of the opposition.
He said that he had already met Fred Matiang'i. Now he had met Kalonzo, and he intended to keep talking to all the opposition leaders.
We had a chat with your brother, Fred Matiang'i. We have come to you. We will be looking for all the other leaders in the opposition with the same message, Your Excellency.
Again, no major announcement, no coalition agreement, nothing official, but another signal. And politics is full of signals. Sometimes a handshake says more than a speech.
Timu ni moja, tamu ni moja. Timu ni moja, tamu ni moja. Asante sana, karibu, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
Another headline caught my eye. De La Rue. Once again, the campaign was back in political conversation.
Ile kiwanda ya kutengeneza pesa ilikuwa inaitwa De La Rue, ilifungwa na Uhuru Kenyatta. William Ruto amenunua through proxy.
Whenever strategic national assets become political stories, people start asking questions. Who is benefiting? Who is controlling it? Who is really making the decisions?
I think it has gotten to a point whereby we have to admit that Rigaji's intel is literally top of the line. After exposing the president for his interest in Delarue, the money printing company that prints our currency, and of which the Kenyan Treasury owns 40% stake in, Cyprian Nyakundi has now dropped an article in which he accuses the president of using a proxy firm to acquire Delarue.
Trust is becoming a very rare commodity, and once trust disappears, every decision starts looking suspicious, even ordinary ones.
The institutional failure problem is somebody wants to overrun the institution.
Then an insider spoke, and this might have been the most interesting part of the day.
Right now, I don't mind even if I'm quoted.
A former CS spoke about his experience inside the government.
Right now, the current president overruns all the institutions. And that is why everybody in those institutions will have to conform for fear.
He described a presidency where, according to him, many major decisions are driven directly from the top. Now, people have said that before. The opposition has argued it for years. But hearing a similar observation from someone who served inside the government naturally gets people's attention.
I refuse to do deals in the Ministry of Finance. I can't do deals. I know. It follows you to your grave. It doesn't go away with the regime.
Now, I want you to step back and forget every individual headline. Forget who said what, forget the personalities, look at the bigger picture. Which story stood out the most for you? Was it the president's speech, Aisha Jumwa, Kalonzo, former CS, or do you think there's another story that everyone is missing? Let's have that conversation in the comments and subscribe.